Hey YouTubers, welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to be telling you why I'm selling my Porsche 911, and also at the end of the video I'm going to tell you what I'm going to replace it with. It's awesome. Stay tuned. For more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and if you do like this then give me that thumbs up, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Fun to Drive Cars. I'll put it down there where you get sneak peeks of upcoming videos. Let's go. So yes viewers, I've decided to sell my beloved Carrera 4S and replace it with something else. Why, I can hear you shouting at the screen. Well, I've had this car for about 3.5 years, and when I first got it I got a major service done on the car, and it was very expensive. It was only general wear and tear, but it hadn't been done for quite a while, so I had to spend a good few £1,000s just for that first service. So that was the first major hit to me. Also, as you may know, if you watch my other video on what's gone wrong with my 911, I'll put a link up there so you can go watch that. I've also had an engine rebuild due to the dreaded bose score, so I had to have all 6 cylinders sleeved to get this engine back running nicely again, which it is now. I then had a CAN bus failure for the gearbox, so I needed some CAN bus wiring done in the car, which again cost me a few pounds. The catalytic converter went, so I had to get a new cat on the back, which are not cheap. I've had all 4 wheels powder coated because they were starting to bubble a little bit, and then the battery started giving up on me, so I had to get a new battery as well. So again, I could probably say into the screen, well, hang on, you've spent so much money on this car, why don't you keep it? I'll tell you why. To be honest, I'm a little bit fed up with this car now, and I've actually lost faith in the car itself. For example, every time I take the car out, I just think, what's going to break down now? What's going to go wrong today? And I don't want to feel like that about my car, because it's going to take the fun out of driving, because driving should be fun, right? But if I'm just worrying about the car breaking down all the time, then what's the point of keeping this car? Because I am not having fun in it. So I've made my mind up, and it's time for me and this car to part ways, and somebody else can reap the rewards of all the money that I've sunk into this car, so they're really going to get a fantastic car when they buy it. And luckily for me at the moment, these cars here in the UK are actually holding the prices, so I can hopefully sell this for not much less than I actually paid for it back in 2017. Since I put this up for sale, I have had quite a bit of interest in it, but in my day, if you was interested in a car, you actually went down to where the car was being sold, you checked the car out, taking all the cash with you of course, you checked the car out, and then if you found bits and bobs wrong with the car, you haggled on the price until you both agreed, you paid the man and you drove away. Today it seems to be different. Everybody wants to ask a million questions. Can I send 20-30 photos? Can I do some videos? And they go through all that, asking me many questions, which I go and get all the answers to them, get all the information together, pass it all to them, and then we get down to the point where they make an offer and I'm like, okay, that's not a bad offer, and then probably an hour later they come back and say, I can't get the money mate, so I'm going to have to leave it. Why can't people have the funds there ready before they start looking for another car? When I want to buy a car, I'm going to make sure I sell this car first, so I get the cash into my bank, then I can go haggle when I go look at a new car and say, I've got the money ready, I'll give you this much money, and it's all cash, quick transaction, job done. Doesn't seem to be working like that today, and it really is getting on my nerves a little bit, and I really hate selling cars. Now I've looked at trade-ins, but a car like this, because it's 15 years old, any trading place is just going to send it to an auction. Even any of these auction sites, it's like, car's a bit too old mate, we can't really move that type of vehicle, it's not what we want to be selling. So it's going to have to be a private sale really. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. I've got this up as a private sale. I'm just waiting for the right person to come along with the money and buy the actual car. Oh, one tip, when you are selling a vehicle, don't forget to go into the satellite system and delete all of your journey information and all of your home address and all things like that, and also go onto your Bluetooth for your mobile phone and remove your phones and all your contact and all your history of the calls you've sent and received. So where do I go from here? So what am I looking for in a car? I'll tell you. So firstly, power. I'm looking for a car that's got to have 400 plus brake horsepower. This only has 355, so I want something with a little bit more grunt. Engine, So preferably a V6 or a V8. I've never owned a V6 or a V8, so I really want to own one of those cars and see what they're like performance-wise and what they like to own. So that's my engine choice. Transmission stroke gearbox. I've got a bit of a dodgy left knee, so therefore I don't really want to be using a clutch. So I want an automatic, but I want like a fast changing automatic. So with a torque converter or a dual clutch system would be really nice. The body, well, okay, I've had a convertible. I'm not that bothered, I don't think. You get a nice coupe with good air conditioning, then you're going to have a really nice journey sat in that vehicle. So I don't think I'll miss the convertible, but if I do, I can always sell whatever I buy and go back to a convertible. But one thing for me, it must have the body that when you park that car and start walking away, you look back at that car and think, yeah, love it. If you haven't got that, you haven't got the right car. For the interior, leather obviously, that goes without saying, but I want every conceivable gadget that you can get in a car. I love all my gadgets. This has got a few, but not as many as what I want. I want everything. Having drove my new Discovery Sport around, that's got tons of gadgets in it, which I absolutely love. So I want that in the next car that I buy. Age. I want a car that's less than 1 year old. So you've still got at least 2 years manufacturer's warranty left on that vehicle. After all the things that have gone wrong with this, I want the option so I can just go back to the dealer and say, fix that, because it shouldn't be broken. So, again, I can hear you shouting at the screen, what is this amazing car that I'm looking for? Well, the car that I think I've set my mind on is Ford Mustang 5 litre V8. Bit of American muscle. So that's the car that I'm looking for. It must be fully loaded. I need all the options on it. So I need the Magna Ride system, which alters the suspension about 1,000 times a second, I think it is. So it gives you the best ride quality in that car at any time. I like a bit of a rear spoiler. So I know that's one of the options you can get on a Mustang. So I want one with a rear spoiler. I want the heated and cooled seats, because obviously in a hot day, I can turn the cooling on, aircon on. I'll be lovely sat in my little car. The Mustangs also have the active cruise control, which I love in my Discovery Sport. You just flick the button onto the speed you want to go and it just keeps pace with the car in front, which is fantastic. I love that now. And of course, you got that beautiful V8 under the bonnet, which should give me enough power because it's 444 brake horsepower stock. So I may do some mods later, but I think I'm going to have to wait until it's out of the warranty before I start modding the power of the engine. But I've been looking on some of the sites and I can get all these little tweaks and mods for it that I think will make some good videos for the channel. So I think that's a great car for me to buy. So stay tuned, as my next video will probably be me picking up my new car, and I'm sure you don't want to miss that. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, then please subscribe to my channel for more videos like this and give me the thumbs up to say you liked it. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Fun to Drive Cars, down there where you get sneak peeks of upcoming videos. Till the next time, take care.